The first time I met her, I was just a teenager, carefree, excited, and full of dreams about the future. She was different from anyone I had ever met. Smart, kind, and genuinely warm-hearted. She had an energy about her that drew people in. We connected immediately, and that connection only grew stronger as the years passed. By the time we were both in our 20s, we knew that what we had was special. So it didn't take long before we decided to get married. We were in love, and everything seemed perfect. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when you least expect them. It all started with a new neighbor who moved in next door. His name was Mark, and he was a software engineer, quiet, polite, and friendly. At first, I didn't think much of it. People move in and out all the time, and I didn't see any reason to worry. But one evening, a few weeks after he had settled in, my wife came to me with an unexpected question. "Hey, is it okay if I talk to Mark? He's really nice, and we've been getting along." I trusted my wife. We had been together for so long, and she had always been loyal to me. It wasn't like her to do anything that would break that trust. Still, as the days passed, I noticed her spending more time with Mark. They would chat in the hallway, exchange small talk, and sometimes she'd invite him over to hang out. I didn't think much of it, but each time I saw them together, a small voice in the back of my head grew louder. I began to wonder if I had been too naive. Then came January 24th, 2018, a day I will never forget. I'd been preparing for a business trip to another city. The conference was important, and I was scheduled to be away for 15 days. It was a long stretch of time, hours, and I knew she wouldn't expect me to return early. I turned the car around and headed back to the apartment. As I approached the building, I noticed something strange. Millie, our dog, was tied up outside the door. I couldn't understand why she would be left there, especially when my wife was usually so attentive to her. Something wasn't right. My heart began to race. I didn't want to overreact, but my instincts were telling me that something was off. I had an extra set of keys, so without saying a word, I let myself inside. I didn't call my wife. I didn't want to give her a chance to hide anything. What I saw when I walked through the door took everything from me. There, in the middle of our living room, were my wife and Mark, together. They didn't hear me come. She had no idea that I knew, but I didn't say anything. I didn't break. I just played along, acting as if everything was fine. I didn't know what else to do. When I finally got home, I couldn't hold it in any longer. I confronted her. "So, you and Mark. You did it on the couch, huh?" Her reaction was immediate. She dropped the plate she was holding, her hands trembling as she looked up at me. I could see the guilt in her eyes, but it wasn't enough to erase the hurt. I'm so given her my trust, my love, my everything, and she had shattered it in the blink of an eye. It wasn't easy. I didn't want to hurt her, but I couldn't live with the betrayal. I moved out, leaving her and Mark behind, and I took Millie with me. It felt like my world had been ripped apart, but I knew I had to move on. Now, I live alone. I don't think I'll ever love again. The pain of what happened is still too fresh, and the thought of opening my heart to someone else feels impossible. 15 years of love, trust, and commitment, all gone in a matter of moments. And as I sit here, alone with Millie, I sometimes wonder how everything went so wrong. The world feels different now, beautiful, but painful, and I know I'll never forget.